Hello. I just realized I haven't checked in yet today. I've been in a really foul mood. I'm like, I don't feel like checking in, but yeah, nothing's wrong. I'm just like in a low mood, and I'm trying to soothe myself by playing classical music on Spotify, and I just put some of energy drink stuff in my water, just to like, maybe that'll boost my spirits, and eating a snack, some Ritz crackers with cheese. I think probably being in the sun again, like day after day, like directly in the sun without shade, has been hard. And parts of the trail today have been really rocky, and just like it's hard to like keep my footing and stay upright. So I think it's just like little things like, oh, the sun, oh, the rocks. But I'm trying to snap myself out of it. It's a good day. Besides the stuff I mentioned, the terrain is pretty easy. Again, like pretty flat. And there's a nice breeze. And I'm in this beautiful meadow. Let's see, my agenda for today is to go by, there's a ranch that offers showers and laundry. And like my whole body is pretty like crusty and sticky, so I would like to take a shower, and I could definitely do some laundry too, mainly for my socks. They're just so caked in dirt. Yeah, I think that'll feel good if I'm able to quickly do that. And then I have, after that, it's like 9.6 miles to this general store where I have a small box waiting for me, and it just has like a new fully charged battery, and I think some ointment like for my feet, just like a few small odds and ends. And then I'll buy some more food at the store to resupply. Yeah, and that's really it. So I have like a few goals for today. The chores and picking up my boxes in time. And then I'll probably just hike until 8 or 9 o'clock, land wherever I land, and be done. So yeah, that's really all the updates for now. All right, I just stopped by the Bernie Mountain Guest Ranch. It's maybe like 0.4 miles off trail, and it's incredible how amazing I feel. Sorry, I'm burping. After a shower and laundry, and it's warm enough that like I just put everything directly on while it was still wet, like maybe 10-15 minutes ago, and it's already dry. To give you an idea of the weather. And I refilled 2 liters of water and got a vanilla peanut butter milkshake and drank it down in like 5 minutes. And wow, I feel incredible. I don't think I realized like what a clean freak I am, neat freak, until this trail. And that's just maybe one of my own quirks. But I know I'm not alone, because other hikers are, saying the same thing of like, oh, how good it feels to shower and laundry. So I know I'm not alone. It's just like such a mental boost to clean up and just like not feel like a dirty birdie. After I emerged from you know, my shower and all cleaned up and dressed and stuff. And I just like announced to the other hikers there, I was like, I'm ready for my job interview. I'm ready for a date. Like, I'm ready for like I am cleaned up, dressed to impress, in the same outfit I've been wearing for 36 days, but freshly laundered. I even shaved my armpits. I couldn't shave my legs because they're so cut up from the forest. They're just all scabby right now, so I'm gonna leave them alone. So now I have a little under 4 hours to make 9.6 miles to get to this general store. Apparently, so I had called them earlier to double check that they have my stuff, and they said there's a letter from Rodney and Rachel Durstein, which like I didn't even know how they found the address. And then it turned out my partner Chris had shared my spreadsheet with them, and so I'm on this self-supported adventure. I'm not allowed to have planned outside support, but I don't think I can get in trouble for unexpected support that I didn't ask for, which is a letter from my mom and dad, which is so nice. So I can't wait to get the letter that they sent me. I'll probably cry. And hopefully I won't have to wait until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to get it. Hopefully I can get there by 6 p.m. and pick it up. And now I'm crying because it's just who I am. But yeah, as I was packing up my things, after having this glorious shower in like a little shack and feeling so good, I just I had this like fleeting thought and like realization and almost like a little bit of sadness that like this hike isn't forever, which I've spent every day of this hike, like there are times that I'm just I just want it to be over. Like it's hard. I miss Chris, I miss my cats, I miss my life, but I'm also having this like beautiful experience out here that I'm so into it now that it's just like a state of being. And then that it made me feel sad to think that it's gonna end. And then it just it made me think of just like life in general and how the trail emulates it, and there's always gonna be highs and lows, and just like the hikers I meet, it's like hikers on the trail, and like people in your life are gonna come into your life and leave you, and not like leave you, but just like people will come in and out of your life, and that's just part of life. Like nothing lasts forever, and I don't mean that in like a morbid way or a negative way, but just as a fact. Life is fleeting, relationships are fleeting, even the really good ones, because we're human and like we die or we change. And I think it's just like bringing home to me that like it's really important to cherish the good moments, cherish the people you love, appreciate the good times, but know that the bad times, even when they feel really bad, or they feel like they're not going to end, they do pass, you know, the bad stuff, like you can get through it, and it's like you just have to, you know, believe that it's going to get better, and yeah, know that it's not going to last forever, whether it's just like a rough part of the trail or a rough patch. I don't know. I think like these thoughts might be like very basic, but they're just like really ringing true for me right now, and just kind of like playing out in real time and just giving me some good reminders, to appreciate the people in my life that I love, and appreciate my time while I'm out here, because even though it's hard, it's not gonna last forever, and including like being dirty and hot, and like it's just temporary. So yeah, I don't know, like something about this, like this section of the trail has felt really transitional and meaningful. Today I saw another hiker, Green Lite, that I had met like several days ago, and and he and his group skipped a section of the trail I think it was like a really bad burn section, and I remember thinking, like, so we had like a great conversation, and I remember thinking, I wonder if I'll catch up to them or see them again, because I'm just doing like these bigger miles every day. So even if someone's skipping a section, anyway, so I just had that thought, maybe I'll see him again. And then just as I was leaving the ranch, like I heard a "Hey Mercury," and it was Green Lite, and I was like, oh. And then he said that our conversation really inspired him, and he actually has had a few mornings where he's gotten up at 4 a.m. and like he's to go like longer and get more miles in. So that's really cool. So I think that's the second hiker I've talked to that said that like that I inspired them and changed the way that they thought about their own hike, which like that was not my intention. Like I'm not out here trying to like change anyone's mind or anything, or about how they hike their hike. Like I know I've mentioned like some hikers did this and then I did this, and I'm not saying like I think like I'm not better for doing it the way that I want to do it. It's just my preference. So I don't know, it's cool to feel like I'm having a positive influence on people, or at the very least just like giving them a different perspective and maybe inspiring them to try something they wouldn't have tried before, and they can decide if they like it or not. So yeah, I don't know. Now I'm going through shade, I'm getting a good breeze, and I'm getting closer to Oregon every day, which feels really surreal. Yeah, like I'm feeling a lot of things, but for once it feels like I'm not just like crying about like, you know, having a hard time, but just crying at like the enormity of everything, and feeling like it's all really meaningful, and that like, you know, I went into this hike feeling pretty open and with some goals of a fastest known time, but you know, it's turning into something different, but I really like what it's turning into. Here's what my parents sent me. Years from now, you will look back and you will find you were growing in ways you could not see at the time. Aww. Thanks, Mom and Dad. It's so sweet. All right, so I stopped by the Bernie Falls general store where I had my resupply waiting for me, which included a new color dress in a beautiful green. That feels great. I couldn't keep both dresses, so I left my blue one for hopefully a hiker that will love it and appreciate it as much as I did. I've lost so much weight that I was actually really swimming in the blue dress, and this green one is a size smaller, so it just fits a bit better, which is great. And I got the card from my parents, which was so nice. That's just like the sweetest thing ever, to get a handwritten note. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And the package, or like my resupply only consisted of a small battery pack, some big Band-Aids, some more antibiotic stuff, and contacts. So just things that I wanted to make sure I had more of. And everything else I purchased at the store. And the pickings were just okay and pretty expensive. Because I'm not really able to go into towns where just like regular grocery stores are, I've been paying a premium price for groceries at these smaller shops, which I think it was still cheaper than mailing myself a bunch of things, because shipping costs get expensive. But I walked away with a good haul, including a refrigerated bean and cheese burrito. It's like 600 plus calories that will probably be room temperature by the time I reach wherever I camp. I tried to get a mix of sweet and savory snacks, high calorie density, and yeah, I have something like 85 miles to the next place. Hopefully I can lower that to 80 or less by the time I set up camp. Yeah, something I don't know if I really mentioned today, but it's the first day that it's been especially smoky. Like the sunrise this morning was blood red and it took a second to warm up because like the sun, just like had to penetrate through the smoke, and now that the sun's going down, the air just feels hot and dusty. It smells like campfire. It's been smelling like campfire all day. There's a fire a little north of here. They closed part of the trail, but now it's reopened, so the fire must be under control. And when I took a shower, just like getting to have that steam in my nose and my throat felt really good. It's been smoky today and hot, but I mean, it's still the trail has been easy, so I'm glad for that. And I actually haven't looked ahead. I'm just hiking until I can find a place to like plop down and set up my tent before it gets dark. But after this, I'll check out my map and just like double check what the potential options are. This is the Lake Britain Dam, there's the trail I just came from, and here's my cute little campsite for tonight. And sunset. And just a minute ago, I heard a little rustle in a bush, and looked next to me, and there was a skunk with its tail straight up and like its fur like spread out like it was on high alert, and I was so afraid it was gonna spray me, and then it actually started walking toward me. And I like skedaddled on by, and then I was like, hey, go away. So hopefully I don't have a skunk come into my campsite tonight. It was only like a quarter mile away from here. And I see some prints. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know what kind of prints those are. Hopefully it's a dog. Hopefully not a bear. Yeah, I don't know. But I still have my bear can. And the next campsite isn't for a while, so I'm ready to stop, and I will get set up. I've just been setting up my tent and talking a little bit about just feeling disappointed that I'm not getting more miles in. But at the same time, the reason I'm not getting more miles in is because I've been taking more time to talk to people and, you know, things just like take care of myself, self-care, just like the, you know, shower, laundry, getting my resupplies. I mean, and even if it's a record, I still need all those things, but, or at least the resupply. I think it's just that, like, I want it all. I want to do everything, but I'm finding that I need balance too. So, it's just like I'm grappling with the disappointment of not like going faster or farther, but also trying to be gentle with myself, because like I wouldn't be making the choices I'm making if they weren't things I cared about. So it's just like the reality of what I want or what I think I want versus maybe like what I actually need for myself. So, and those things don't necessarily line up the way I thought they did. And it's not a bad thing. It's just different. And I can't be disappointed by this incredible experience that I'm having. And that I think that's what I'm trading breakneck speed for, and sleep deprivation, and missing out on these things that I care about. But it's a little bit like there's some pride involved. I want to be hardcore. I want to be respected. I want to be the best. But what the things that being the best require are like maybe not the things I necessarily want. So yeah, it's a lot.